So, welcome you all for this awareness session on electric two-wheeler design competitions. And myself, Bharati Raja, the lead champion for this edition of this competition. And I'm also accompanied by Mr. Nalapermal, the champion for this competition. So, roughly, this would be the agenda to go through the product development process about the competition and regarding the participation and registration of the event. And yeah, I'll be starting with the industry overview about how the electric two-wheeler or two-wheeler uh, sales market is doing, and just to know what is happening in the industry and the potential behind what we are talking about. So we'll start with the two-wheeler sales in general. This is not specific to electric two-wheeler, but the overall two-wheeler market. This is from the data that we're talking about is till 2023, last year. So the last 4 years, you could see a gradual rise of sales in the two-wheeler market. And yeah, we also have the president of SIAM mentioning that due to the good GDP growth in India comparing to the other world markets, it's a good positive sign for the two-wheeler market to grow further. Um, and hence, this is very important for the topic that we are discussing. And coming to the sales figures of electric two-wheeler in specific, we have a comparison between the sales figures of 2023 and 2024 till February. And you can see a huge difference between the sales from 2023 to 2024. Um, especially except for October, it's all a good increase. Maybe this was a dip due to the flood and huge rain issues. Otherwise, all the others, it was a good performance, outperformance, I would say. So, in the first 11 months of 2024, the sales has increased or exceeded over 8 lakh units, and the expectation is to exceed 9 lakh units. So I think by now it should have been exceeded since the fiscal year is over for 2024. So what they say is it's the new benchmark of sales in the Indian EV industry. So it's a constantly evolving market, and year on year these figures are only going to go high. And we have data from Clean Mobility Shift where they have projected how the electric two-wheeler market is going to be in the upcoming years. So depending on different scenarios, they have projected it on three different cases. One is low adaptation, medium, and high adaptation. So even in the lower adaptation, we could see threefold increase in the market share for the electric two-wheeler. And in best case, it would be like 5 to 6 fold increase in the sales figures, which clearly shows that we are just starting and we are just testing the waters, and we have a huge potential that is going to be unfolded in front of us in next few years. So why we want to show these data is that to inculcate the importance and the potential to develop the skills related to these industries, which would potentially get you into a job which is related to electric two-wheeler or electric vehicle for that matter. Okay, hope these data points are noted down by you, and we'll now get into the core topic for this session. So here we are talking about the product development process for electric two-wheeler, which would consist of concept, design, simulation, integration, and testing. These processes are generally a benchmark process, which you can find in any automotive development industry. And in general, when we are talking about electric two-wheeler design competition, this is for engineering students who are entering into automotive industry, and then there is an expectation that students have practical knowledge and design experience. So this competition will prepare the students towards that, and it will also prepare the students to be effective professionals, and you'll get to know the technical know-hows of electrification, and also the relevant skill sets and competencies. You'll also be practicing how to think about and analyze, design, develop, and build the electric two-wheeler in a series of events. And this competition is one of its kind. It's first of its kind in India, and this gives a realistic 360-degree workplace experience, because you'll be literally going through all kind of development process, as we saw in the previous slide, which would typically happen in any automotive industry. So you'll be working hands-on, which would give you all kind of exposures that is needed to develop electric two-wheeler. So in detail, what you would get to know technically, you'd be starting with the scratch, that is like from the concept level, where you'll be indulged in the master layout, design report, critical dimension calculation, CAE, um, and BOM preparations, cost estimations, manufacturing inspection, and aesthetics. So this all will be covered as part of the concept and design uh, part of the development process. And when we advance further, you'll be also getting to know about the quality inspection, safety installations, innovation, assembling, design, presentation, braking, maneuverability testing. So all the testing which are needed to evaluate a electric two-wheeler, all these uh, processes will be taught to you. And I just want to highlight that as part of innovation, we expect students to think from the engineering functional point of view rather than uh, doing some fancy stuff. We are expecting students to think innovatively, to develop some actual functions which has a engineering led thought process, instead of doing some coloring or stickering or some fancy electronic stuff which is of no functional importance. So that we want to emphasize. But apart from that, this would give you the whole holistic view of what you'll be learning through this process. So you'll be gaining the practical and technical experiences on these areas like electric drivetrain and control systems, two-wheeler performance, manufacturing processes of assembly and individual parts, simulation of drive conditions, and integration of the drive systems. Not only that, you'll also acquire the soft skills, which are equally important, like technical skills like communication, leadership, teamwork, risk management, negotiation. I would say this would be a key differentiation, because technical stuff you can learn theoretically, you can watch videos. Of course, hands-on experience will help, but uh, especially these soft skills will be acquired only through practical experiences in real life scenarios. So that would give you real practical scenario or prepare you for the industry. Talking about the team size, we are expecting 10 student team, 10 students to form one team. Good to have students across two, second, third, and fourth years and the undergraduate. and also students from any engineering background with interest in EV. And we also strongly suggest that we could have mix of students from like we talked about second, third year, and fourth year, but also from different engineering backgrounds like mechanical, electronics, computer science, etc. So this is to have also cross learning from different domains. You could get their knowledge, and you can also exchange your knowledge for to them. Um, and also in talking from the industry perspective, practically you'll be working with people from different backgrounds, um, and this is also is going to add to your experience. Coming to the durations, so we are planning to have the workshop in April, that is by end of this month, and we expect the design review report one to be submitted in May, and design review report by June, and the final report, final event will happen in October. So the exact dates will be communicated to you at least a month to the actual event. So for the April, we have finalized the workshop to be happening in end of April, that is on 26th and 27th. The mode of delivery workshop will be conducted offline. We are discussing with different venues, different colleges. We'll be shortly communicating about the venue once finalized, but the date will be mostly 26th and 27th of April, Saturdays and Sunday. Design review meetings will happen online, and the final event will be happening offline. Also, the venue will be finalized in some time and will be communicated accordingly. So these are the major benefits that participants will acquire. They'll learn how to design two-wheeler with both static and dynamic conditions, learn how to design and integrate powertrains of electric two-wheeler. Students will have um, this event a platform for their capability building in electric vehicles, and also they'll be attending the technology specific workshops, uh, which will help them to get the concept and then gain the latest technology, and which will help you to be ready to work in any organizations. And then project based learning along with problem solving. Again, this is a key differentiator because problem solving is one of the key skills that industries expect, which will only come when you practically work on actual stuff rather than just relying on some theoretical knowledge. And going through the entire process will also help you to come up with some paper publication ideas. And uh, if you're really interested, you could also be innovative and come up with some patent ideas. Okay, this is a glimpse of what happened in the last event, last fifth edition of this electric two-wheeler design competition. This happened in February 17th and 18th at Rajalakshmi Engineering College, Tandalam, Chennai. We had about 38 teams registered and about 380 students participating. We also had 30 faculty advisors from the colleges who were representing, and then 30 judges from industries. And you can also see what kind of industries they are coming from, mostly top industries in the Chennai region. So students will be also getting this kind of exposure to interact with industry members, to exchange their ideas and extend their network. And a short video of the previous electric two-wheeler competition. Yeah, that was a short video about the last event. And coming to the final slide, this is the brochure for this edition, and you can see the details. I hope this was already shared also to you. Only the change is the registration close date. So we have a final extension for the registration, which is 7th of April. That is still end of this week. With this, we'll be closing all the registrations and proceeding with further activities. Yeah, um,
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir, for briefing. So, what can we expect from electric two-wheeler design competition? So, I see. I want to thank all the division management committee members here, all the faculties and students who are participating in this awareness session. I want to take a moment to tell you all that now this is going to be the sixth edition of the electric two-wheeler design competition, and personally I got chance to be involved on all the past five editions, and I could see very good improvements from the first event what we are doing, first edition of electric two wheeler, and fortunately we in the last event we have got a lot of positive feedbacks, wherein we got to know that the faculty advisors and the students said that they really found this valuable. They got a very good experience knowing about the electric two wheeler, getting a hands-on experience, and for sure the workshop that SAE India Southern Section conducted for this electric two wheeler competition. This was also highly commended that it was very useful for all the participants. So, yeah, I also once again take a moment to ask all the faculty advisors here and the division management committee members to please take it forward. Please communicate to all the people who are all the faculties, collegiate clubs who are in your reach, and then let us let us uh, share this information with the students and give them show them that this is an opportunity to learn a lot of knowledge, and for sure electric two-wheeler like our champion said, the electric, I mean, India two-wheeler market is a boom. I mean, India is the biggest market for two-wheelers, and for sure now the electric revolution going on, it is going very positively, and India is going to be the leader. So, meaning that it is going to have a direct benefit on all the participants who participate, probably by getting employment or by giving them a first-hand experience before they start a startup of their own. So there are a lot of potential. So yeah, this is some piece of information I wanted to add. Thank you, sir, for the opportunity.
thank you, Nalaperumal. Thanks for adding uh, evaluations or clarifications. Done with the presentation, and maybe I'd invite Mr. Nalaperumal to add on some points if I have missed something, and then it will be open for questions.